Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to do a structure for your template. Now this is a speed run, so I'm just going to mention everything that I need in order for you to understand how to build a template for yourself. Now here I knew that I wanted for my header a two row column row section, one for the image and one for the text. Now I just went there and edited as I wanted it. I wanted a dark background and a white text, so I went there and did that. Now, after I did a couple things, I just adjusted the header height, and then some details on the overflow, and I was pretty satisfied with the result. Now, after that, what I want to do is actually add some credibility to the product or service that I'm selling, and I added some logos. This can be brand logos, this can be um, um, quality service, awards. It can be anything that you like. Just make sure you do that for some credibility. There are other ways, but for this template, I use this logo for credibility. After that, I want to introduce a section for the product. So what I do is just go ahead and give a headline, some paragraphs, adjust it, and start to introducing the product. I added a for row for it and placed the text for and a button for that. Now I did prepare some images for this context, and I see that it will be working better if I used 3 row instead of actually 4. So I went there and replaced it. After that, I could go straight to the testimonials part, or I could talk a little bit more about the product. So what I did was I talked a little bit more about the product. I added a video section, I added a button, but also I added some more characteristics of the product. I added 3 more rows to be able to add some more characteristics of the product to sell it a little bit harder. Right? So I was pretty satisfied with what I had. I just created another way for you to show more options and more characteristics. It doesn't need to be just image and text. You can add just text with shadows on the background. So I just did that job and added for all the columns some shadow, right? You can do it that way, just completely up to you. There's like a ton of ways to do the same job. Now, I was pretty satisfied with the work. I just cloned the image one, so I had 9 um, characteristics of the product after the video. Now I'm ready for the testimonial section, so I go ahead, grab my testimonial silhouette, um, get the text done, add some more paragraphs for the actual testimonial, and then I see that I wanted a little bit of more detail, so I grabbed another image with 5 stars rating. Okay, you can do this perfectly, no problem. All right, just make sure the testimonials are true. Now after that, there's plenty ways to do the testimonials, but I noticed that I missed the headline to introduce for the testimonials. So there you go. I just added the headline for introducing the testimonials. I adjust a little bit of details and then grabbed some more 3 row with text right there. I added the shadows so I could have that perfectly done. So I have in mind that this process takes a little bit of time, but you get there and the final result is what it matters, right? So after that, I just adjust a little bit of the text and disposition of the text. I added the 5-star review as well and multiplied for the next rows. Okay, I was getting pretty satisfied with the work. I just took a look of how it was going. I saved and went for the next one. The next one is really the last part of the funnel for this example, and it's going to be the footer. Okay, for the footer, I could go for the same as the header with a photo and a headline, and I was going for that. But then I said, well, you already know how to do that because you've seen the headline, the header. So now what I'm going to do is just getting a little bit more creative and do the footer a little bit differently. So I added some details of terms and services, privacy policy, copyright or what's reserved, and then added a footer that is horizontal, and you can add all those countdowns, etc., right there with no problem. And this is basically a work done that you can now save as your template in going to settings and general and have it built. There you go, guys. If you want the full version, let me know.